Okay, as you can see here, I have made a few models here, just for the fun of it. And let's make these into metal. Some sort of metal anyway. Give them roughness down and the metalness up. And now you see, we're starting to get somewhere. Take this as well. Metal. Metal. What you see here now is the models are reflecting what you see in the scene, but also the default background in Blender, which is gray. And I know you said yours are for the VR, so this might not be useful for this current project, but for other projects where you need to render, this will come very in handy. So what you can do here is that the objects look kind of dull because they have nothing to reflect but the gray background. You can then choose to go into your background settings, and as you see, I fiddle around here because I can't remember where they are, because I normally set them in my shader editor. So here, background, you can set an like here, you can set environment texture, and then you can define an HDRI or a normal image. An HDRI contains more light data, so it can use to light the scene as well. And doing that, you will get some more realistic lighting on your objects as well. You can add it here by adding the environment texture, and then again setting up the HDR image, which you can find at HDR Heaven or Google HDR images. Another way I do it using the nodes, you can see here. I click the shader editor, click this gun, and then I go up here to world, and then I take my backdrop, drag it out, and type environment texture, and as you can see now, everything becomes pink. And that indicates that there's not loaded any textures yet. And doing that, you can see as well, all the shiny parts of the models is going to become pink as well. So now we can go in here and choose an HDR image. So take this one. And we have loaded the image now. As you can see, it's wrapped around the world. And you can also see it's having an effect on the models. So let's go tweak the metal a bit. Let's give this full metalness here, and we can play around with the roughness a bit. We can make it golden. And just like that, you have lovely shiny metal for your renders, and also other materials. Then metal is going to reflect the scene, so it's very useful for stuff like glass or, well, a lot of materials. But as you see here, it looks a lot more realistic instead of the dull gray that we had before, which is just like this. Then this looks a lot better. So I hope you find this useful, perhaps not for this project, but for future projects. Have fun.